And dude, my Terrifier movie disappeared. Luckily, I ripped it. I had a copy to watch, but I had to watch with the commentary, which is fine. That was my intention, but I might have to borrow it from the library to get proper rip because I have no idea where the hell the thing went.
Yeah, we're live, but they heard you say that. But that's okay, guys. He did buy wait, Terrifier or Terrifier 2 you couldn't watch?
Terrifier 2, my copy, it disappeared. I have no idea where the hell it went, but I did rip it because I'm digitizing my physical stuff.
Oh, okay.
But it just pisses me off that I couldn't find the disc. But when I ripped it sort of wrong because it only got the surround sound
Oh, damn.
audio track and the commentary audio track, so
Oh,
I
no.
couldn't listen to it straight up because I don't have 5.1 surround
That sucks.
to listen to it that way. So
Well, before we go live, guys, I want to say thank you all for being here. If you guys are tuned in, if you guys have found us via TwitchCon that I was hanging out today at, or if you are just finding us for the very first time, thank you so much for being here, guys and gals. We are not live yet, but we will be in a minute. I want to thank everybody. So, guys, let's do it. Little behind the scenes talk that we had there with Knack Attack and myself there. But let's bring in Knack Attack and myself right now, ladies and gentlemen, for our first new episode of Tightspot'S Lounge since 2 weeks. It's been a while, guys, but we are back, and Knack Attack is back, guys. No, come on, don't keep on losing me, damn Discord. Stop doing that. But Knack Attack, welcome back. How have you been, my friend? Welcome everybody to Tightspot'S Lounge. If you guys are here for the first time, it's myself, Knack Attack, there to my right, and myself, the real Tightspot. And we got a guest in the middle. It's our lovely neighborhood scary clown, Art the Clown. As we are talking Terrifier 2 here tonight on this episode. And if you guys are tuning on to YouTube, thank you guys for that. As you guys can see, we're here, we're live, we ran a little late. I was just getting home from TwitchCon day 1. If you guys saw any of my live blogs while I was there, I do have some updates to talk about that briefly before we get into the podcast segment of our stuff. But Knack Attack, I don't want to go first. I would like you to go first and tell us, how are you doing? How have your 2 weeks been? How excited are you to talk about Terrifier 2 tonight? And what else do you want to say to the lovely people out there that may be listening in, tuned in on Twitch or YouTube?
yeah, that's been okay. I've been fighting like a sinus thing for the last couple of weeks. Today's the best I felt in like the last month, so glad for
Damn.
that.
Damn. Well, I'm glad for that too. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that anyone who's tuning in. Hey, Zipping Spider. Thanks for tuning in, as well as always, and being supportive of the channel. I've been all right. Last night, for anyone who's not been watching my TikToks or socials, I did get to go to see Green Day last night in a club. It felt like 1995 when I was 10, but I never saw them live then. It was great. They played Dookie from all of Dookie, and they also played their new song, "The American Dream Is the American Nightmare Is Killing Me," which Knack Attack, if you get a chance, go check it out. I don't think it's out yet on Spotify. It may be. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But also, if you guys are looking at the stream, bang bang, there's my Twitch badge. Yes, I'm basically official, I'd say. I'm an affiliate, of course. You guys know that already because you guys can donate bits and sub. But was at TwitchCon. Day 1 today. Day 2 tomorrow. Day 3 on Sunday. We have some upgrades coming. I won a Stream Deck. I won a new microphone. And I won a mic hand for that mic. Which is insane, Knack Attack. That I won that on the first day. Right? Isn't that insane? On
Cool.
the So we're gonna have stream upgrades for
Actually,
this.
for you, no, you've always had incredible luck with stuff like that.
But you know what? I'm gonna give it back to this community. I'm gonna get not the stuff that I won, but we're gonna give it back to this community. We're gonna go big this year, the rest of the year and into 2024. We're gonna go big, and I'm gonna mention it now. And I talked to you briefly off air. We're gonna do a lot of more charity streams. I want this community to grow, and I think helping communities via charities and helping our community grow that way by having other people from other communities come join us, and TwitchCon is that as well. So be on the lookout. We're going to be working with some charities here during the holiday season and into the future as well on Tightspot'S Lounge and on our regular streams. My regular streams. Hopefully Knack Attack next year gets time to stream more on that. Yo, it's our boy Spartan Fan as well in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm sorry that we're doing that. But if you guys have watched Terrifier 2, tonight is your night to talk about Terrifier 2. We talked about Terrifier on the last episode, and I'm excited to talk about Terrifier 2. And Knack Attack, you gave me a little hint to watch the end credits. I didn't look it up. I did not look it up. I'm looking you in the eye, Knack Attack, and telling you the truth. I did not look up who was in the end part until I watched the movie, and I was like, I know who this is. I knew who this is right away. I was like, damn, that's funny that he's like, yeah, somebody you would know, and yeah. Yes, 3 is officially coming, so that's a spoiler alert, Zipping Spider. Thanks for ruining it.
We should be getting the first teaser, I guess, November 1st. It's supposed to be after the end credits and the new theatrical release.
Oh my god. So I gotta go to theatrical release. So I know.
I don't know if the release of that's gonna be delayed because of the Screen Actors Guild strike and stuff. But
yeah, well,
it'll come out eventually.
I got word from somebody else. I didn't take a picture with her, and I should have. I'm really pissed. I'm mad that I didn't take a picture with this person. But this person was dressed up as Sad from Inside Out. You saw that movie because you have kids, right? Have you seen Inside Out?
I've seen it once, bits and pieces.
Okay, so you remember The Office. The girl who does Phyllis from The Office does the voice of Sad. And this girl was dressed up as Sad. And she told me she worked for Disney. So I don't remember her name. But she was at TwitchCon. But I gave her my card. So hopefully she follows me on our socials.
You think she borrowed the Disney costume?
No, she painted her face. She painted her face and everything. She painted her face. She had the hair like Sad. And she told me, yes.
Okay, she wasn't just walking around like a mascot then.
No. I talked to her. She was sitting down. I was like, I'm going to talk to this person because she seemed cool. And so
Seems sad.
I love Phyllis. I love the actress. I don't know the actress. I can't remember the actress's name who played Phyllis on The Office. But I love Inside
Everyone
Out.
knows who you're talking about.
Yes. I love Inside Out. And I asked her, I'm like, so wasn't Inside Out supposed to come out this year? Inside Out 2? And she's like, yeah. But it got pushed back till next year because all the bullshit with the Screenwriters Guild. Which isn't bullshit because the writers should be getting paid more. I mean, honestly, they write the content for the actor and actresses that are doing the fucking shit. So they should be getting paid. Yeah, whatever. You guys know what we're talking about. But, yeah, so it was cool to meet her. So Inside Out 2 will be out next year sometime. We don't know the date because of the whole issue with the Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild and all that kind of stuff. So Inside Out 2 will be out next year. Even though we did see trailers for it already. And I'm excited for it because I like Amy Poehler. And I like Bill Hader, and also Louis Black is amazing as well. So yeah,
I called it Outside In.
Outside In.
That'd be my sequel title.
No, it's Inside Out 2. That's all they call it. But yes, so we're not here to talk about Disney movies, unfortunately, tonight. So if you're a Disney movie fan, we're not here to talk Disney movie. We're talking about one of the most goriest films of all time, in my opinion, because there was a lot of bloodshed in this movie. A lot of battles, a lot of crazy stuff happened. A lot of spiritual-esque, demon. Not is it? Would you say demon? Would you say demon-esque? Or no?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
the entity, the little clown girl, is definitely
A demon.
a supernatural thing.
That gets me to okay. So that gets me to the thing where, when I said yes, Art was bringing a little friend. I didn't bring her up here. Unfortunately, she was not allowed into the lounge because she's not of age. So she's kept outside our realm of things. But if you can look her up, go look her up. so, so, so this movie right here leads right where the first one leads off. For anyone who hasn't seen the first one, I'm sorry, you guys missed out. It's available on Tubi to watch, I believe. Yeah, Tubi to watch.
Yep.
You watch the first one on Tubi.
All Hallows Eve is also on there. I was checking that out a little bit this evening. That was the film he made before Terrifier. It was like an
Yeah.
anthology that featured
Yeah.
Art the Clown,
Mm-hmm.
and it had a different actor playing Art the Clown. When I saw it, I was like, it doesn't quite look right. David Howard Thornton is that character for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. Definitely. Actually, I agree. I mean, I didn't watch All Hallows Eve yet. I just haven't had time. I should watch it on my computer because my wife.
It's very low budget. It's weird to see Darian. Actually, it's kind of interesting to see Darian Leone's evolution as a filmmaker
Mm-hmm.
from All Hallows Eve to Terrifier 2. It's just like he evolves leaps and bounds with every film. Like All Hallows Eve is definitely low budget, and it shows in like everything. Terrifier 2 is a step up, or Terrifier is a step up from that. That's still kind of low budget, but his filmmaking is much better. And now we're at Terrifier 2, where he's just firing on all cylinders, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it is, and I think this movie, if I talked about the podcast today to some people out there so they could be like, oh, what else do you do instead of playing games? I do podcasts, and a lot of people have not watched Terrifier 2. I will tell you this for a fact. I was like, yeah, we're doing a podcast later on tonight about Terrifier 2, and they're like, what? What's that? I'm like, it's a horror film about a clown that goes and kills people. And they're like, oh, okay, I'm not a horror fan. I'm like, oh, okay, but like we don't normally.
You're selling it short. Terrifier 2 is much more than that.
Yeah, I know.
That's what it is on the surface.
I know, but a lot of people don't like gore, and I'm like, well, we don't always talk about horror films. It's just, it's just this month. You know, it's October. We talk about horror films, and next episode is not going to be a horror film, unfortunately.
And I did mention that last episode we talked about Terrifier. Like, I do not recommend Terrifier to non-horror fans.
Yes, and
I will recommend Terrifier 2 despite the grisly violence, because it's such a well done film, and there's just so much more going on than just the typical slasher movie.
It is a lot of definitely demon-esque things, like with the little girl clown, which was kooky as fuck. Like, she was just like, how the hell, like, whose parents let this person audition for this role? I don't know, but who is the actress who plays that girl? Do you have an IMDb up here of her?
Shoot, I forget. I was watching the commentary. He said the girl's name like a bunch because she's just awesome in the role.
Uh-huh. Let me look it up while we're here. Sorry, I should have done that while we were off air, and I should have been prepared, but I was so busy on working. And
that's fine. I guess we're gonna get into some spoilers with this movie. I don't want to spoil everything, but we kind of have to, just because of how big the film is. We gotta just kind of talk about some things so the discussion makes sense.
Yeah. So this film It's been out for it's been out for a year now officially. So our last episode was the actual official release date a year ago for the second one. Did you remember that, right, Nakatek? Do you remember seeing that? That was the official release date because the official release date was 2022.
Yeah.
So our last episode was the 1 year anniversary of that.
I just remember, I think it might have been December last year. I was just browsing Hoopla and I was like, holy shit, Terrifier 2's on here. And I was like, I gotta see that.
The Amelia McLean is the name of the actress who played the little pale girl. That's what she goes by. And my God, like the makeup and the teeth that they put with her, like the whole makeup and special effects was great. Like she was silent. She never really talked. She did talk in the end when something happens to Art, but that was insane. That was like, I'm like, oh, she actually talks instead of does what is that? The patty cakes. When he was doing the patty cakes with her in the laundry. But like I said earlier, this movie does start off where number one leaves off, and that's in the morgue where he's finishing off the coroner.
Who is the same actor, by the way.
Yeah.
So kudos to everybody for coming back for that.
Yeah, just to have him get killed off and him trying to call 911 was insane. Like, he called 911 and, like, hello, sir, do you need, like, I'm like, holy shit. So they're, like, it's like, okay, he's you know, he's dying. He's fucking done. Because there's no way he was going to survive that because Art was like, okay, this fucker's gonna die. Like, he just had it in him. He's like, fuck this. I'm gonna kill the coroner for no reason, just to kill him.
We also set up a lot of the film's black humor in that scene too, where like Art's popping the guy's eyeball out to put in his own empty eye socket.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah, it was insane. It was just like, look at me, like smiling, just like the smile he makes in this clip, the picture from the first one when he's in that pizza restaurant. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word. I'm sorry.
But what I really love about Terrifier 2 is there are legit laughs from Art the Clown in this movie. Like he was there didn't really happen in Terrifier 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was just the clown, but here he's actually playing more into the clown type character where there are some legit laughs. So the scene with the sunglasses, the thing with the eyeball we just mentioned.
Yeah. The whole
part where he's trying to purchase that horn in the shop.
Yeah. When he kills
those all got legitimate laughs out of me.
When he kills the Halloween shop guy. Just like when he chops the head off, like, and then when he poses with it, with the kid looking like, "Hey, mom, look," and then like, "Oh, they're closed. Okay, let's run off." Like, it was adorable.
And also the part when that kid's trying to take extra candy from him and he slaps his hand. He's like,
yeah, with the mom, the way he kills the way he kills the mom, that was insane. Like. Like, and then the way she just like just stands there. It's just like, okay, you're dead. You're not gonna run off. You're just gonna stand there and watch your semi-dead daughter try to talk. Like what the fuck? Like, why don't you run? Why don't you run away? How like does
in shock?
Yeah,
couldn't move.
Yeah, couldn't move. I don't know if I could. I mean, I don't know, like, if that ever would have happened in real life, if I would have been her, like, if I would have, like, stayed there in shock or I would have ran off. Like, I don't know what decision she would have made. I don't know what I would have made either, but that's...
Let's rewind a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah, try and take this in order, because...
Yes!
I love how this film kind of interweaves with the first Terrifier in ways that I wasn't expecting. It plays with the timeline. It's pretty neat. I love what they were doing and taking the events of part 1 and actually using that to set up whatever the hell's gonna happen in part 3. I
Yeah.
don't know where the series is gonna go, but I'm so looking forward to it.
I don't know either. Because the way it ended and like how it set it up, how part 2 was all set up with how um it worked out and how this girl was like supposedly the chosen one written by her father and that she was going to be a great warrior and she made this costume. Be concise, tight. I am. This movie, I'm not. We're not. Okay, so the starting part.
I gotta rein him in every once in a while.
But starting part. The real thing is we can't give out spoilers because we want you people, the viewers, the listeners of this podcast, to actually go and watch these movies. And the reason is that we give these movies 2 weeks ahead of time. We have you go and watch it with us, and you guys can talk about it with us. But it seems a lot of you don't do that, and that's why sometimes our podcasts
Don't belittle the audience. What are you doing?
I'm not trying to belittle the audience. I'm saying we give you guys we give you guys 2 weeks to watch movies. So go watch it in that 2 weeks time frame and come back and talk with us. But seeing that this movie's been out for a year and you guys have still not watched it, I'm sorry.
Like Terrifier 2 is popular, but it's not mainstream popular. Like it's a huge hit with the horror crowd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you'd probably go on Reddit and be like, oh my god, Terrifier 2. They're like, oh yeah, we love it, and so much stuff. I don't go to Reddit. I don't talk to people on Reddit a lot. I don't have time to do another social media platform that a lot of people do. But I know probably Knack Attack. Are you on Reddit? Are you on Reddit at all?
Not really. I mean, I sometimes look up stuff and I kind of get linked to people asking similar questions, but like I'm not like, I guess I'm like a lurker. I don't really interact, but I'll sometimes just explore.
Just like this pin. You're a lurker. Look, this pin says lurker. I'm a lurker in streams. You all know that. There is so much content, so little wake time. I agree, but just take 2 hours out of your time. Is it 2 hours or is it 3? How long is this movie? I just had it.
2 hours 18 minutes.
2 hours and 18 minutes out of your day.
And when I first saw that blew my mind. I was like, what the hell? Like, why is this movie so long? But then when you watch it, it just zips by. Mm-hmm. And I wished it was another 2 hours long because I love it so much.
I do too. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie.
I said this to you probably in the last episode, but I even though the scale of the story is so small in Terrifier 2, the scope is very epic, and it's amazing how they're able to do that with such a contained story.
It is intense. With this film, it's like you didn't think it was like that deep in the first one, right? But then when you come into the second one, it wasn't.
It wasn't. And I don't know if Damien Leone always planned it or if he had budgetary limitations or what, but this movie is just so leaps and bounds better than Terrifier 1. And Terrifier 1's good. I like Terrifier 1, but this is like a whole other level.
And do we want to talk about it more in depth of the movie, or do we just want to leave it there so we can like have people say,
no, we'll get into it a little more. I'll just say like Terrifier is Batman Begins and Terrifier 2 is The Dark Knight. If you want to compare like what the sequel is.
So you're liking Bane more? You're liking Bane more than Heath Ledger's Joker?
What? Dude, wait. That's the third one. That's Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yeah, never mind. I'm sorry. So is Terrifier 3 going to be like Dark Knight Rises?
I hope not, because that was a hot mess.
Yeah, but Bane was cool.
There's good stuff in Dark Knight Rises, but overall that film's just kind of a mess, and that's partly due because they had more plans for Joker, and it just all fell apart with Ledger passing. But
yeah,
that's a topic for another episode, maybe down the road if we do those Batman movies. But
yeah, if we do, I don't know. We have a lot of movies. I don't even know what movie we're going to do next. We're gonna figure that out on the show. I have options I have so much.
We gotta step away from horror. We definitely need a palate cleanser, especially after the Saw and Terrifier, everything we did this year. It was very horror heavy this year.
Yeah, I don't know. It just was. I think our lives are hard. But the good thing is, my wife is home. My wife is home. For anyone who doesn't know, that's a good update on this podcast who hasn't been watching my other regular streams on a regular basis. But my wife is home. She's getting better. We're getting the care she needs. She's going to dialysis every day, so her mother can learn how to do it at home. So then she can do it at home. Yeah, so that's getting better on the forefront. So her health is getting better. She's home. She's not in the hospital. She's been home for a week, so that's a good thing. That's a good sign. But back to the movie.
Speaking of awesome ladies, we got to talk about Sienna.
Sienna.
It's one of the best protagonists in a slasher film
Yes.
ever.
Yes. The world needs another vampire movie. Pumpkin smashing. Okay, whatever. Start Park. I don't know what that's from. I don't know. Okay, so Sienna, I mean, honestly, okay, so you have that normal horror slasher flick thing go on with her where she gets drunk, right? You're not supposed to get drunk in a horror movie to make it out.
No, you're wrong. She doesn't get drunk.
She does drugs.
She gets drugged against her knowledge.
Yeah, but she drinks though. She does get drunk and drinks.
But she doesn't get drunk.
Oh, she doesn't? Okay.
She gets a little buzz going.
She gets a little buzz going. I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize.
Dude, you're skipping way ahead. We gotta talk about the intro of Sienna and
Okay,
how she is
go ahead.
awesomely introduced us with some
go ahead.
sick synthwave stuff from the midnight.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I know. I love this character's introduction. We see her building the costume, which plays a huge role later in the film, and in the mythos of what is becoming the mythos of this franchise.
It is. I mean, honestly, that whole costume, man, and the knife, the sword, the dagger.
I forget the actress's name. It's like Lauren LeVay. I gotta look it up real quick.
I got it right here.
Yeah, Lauren Lavera. He just hits it out of the park.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where she's from. She has 2 wins and 2 nominations for awards. That's crazy. She was only in Iron Fist, the TV series on Netflix, I guess, on 1 episode. Dispatches from Elsewhere, A Taste of Christmas. She's in a new movie that came out this year called The Well, and Chestnut. She's in a movie called that.
I have no idea if she's going to be in Terrifier 3. I hope so, but
no news on that there. No, not in her profile. So
I know the news on Terrifier 3 has been pretty mum, other than it is coming.
Yeah.
Which is fine with me. I don't want any spoilers. I want to go into that one blind like I did with Terrifier 2 and just be blown away.
Oh. She is in it.
Okay, awesome.
She is in it. If you go, yeah. Oh shit, we're streaming, Coach. It's our. Oh, I love it. I'll tell you off air, Coach. We talked about it already. I can't go partying. My wife doesn't want me to go, even though I did win a VIP pass to the Blurt party. So that's kind of a downfall. I would be out partying and not drinking. I would be socializing with other streamers. But guys, use my blurps. Use my blurps during my regular streams. So we can, yeah. But my wife doesn't want me to go, so that's another story. I know, Coach. We'll talk later. I'm sorry, we got derailed because of the chat. But yeah, this. Lauren Lavera, big ups, Big Ten, like, she did a great job in this movie. Her friends, on the other hand, my God.
And completely different from Tara and Dawn, our protagonists from the first film.
Yes, completely different. So, I give her big ups. However, like, she has friends in this movie that you are like, okay, they're expendable. The one that drugs her, the girl that drugs her, you know she's gonna get killed. You know, and like when they leave, when she gets out, when Sienna gets out the car to go get her. Well, let's talk about Sienna's mother. Oh my god! Like,
Yeah, well, what a interesting family dynamic, and it all ties into what happened to the father. It's great. There's a lot going on with the family dynamic, and I love that our heroes are like a family, and it's not just a group of friends getting stalked by Art.
yeah,
Something a little different. I love it.
it is. Um, I do. I do want to say though, the brother. Oh my god! Like, do you really want to go over to the van? Do you really want to go over to that van? I would have been like, no. No, that van, I want to stay 1,000 feet away from. uh, how was it to play an emotional scene when you knew the ending after the science? The scene? I don't know what you're talking about, Sarton Park. Everybody who's watching this on YouTube, I'm sorry, we have a chat going on.
Play an emotional scene when you knew the ending after the. I'm a little confused by that question.
Oh! No. Listen to me, Sarton Park. We're 38, 39 years old, alright? So, we're not screenwriters, we're not any of that, and I wish we were. I wish I could write some stuff. I wish I could write, like movies like this. But after
I'm aspiring.
Yeah, my friend Nakatek here is an aspiring writer, and all this other stuff that he does in real life, he doesn't really want to do. He's just doing it for a paycheck and keep his house afloat and life afloat. That's what we do as jobs, and I hate my job. Shut the fuck up, maybe, Coach. I hope we can do something big in 2024 to make things bigger here and better. But watching horror films and knowing key aspects of how people get killed in these movies, you know what's gonna happen. You know something bad is gonna happen, but you don't know how it's gonna happen to this person until you watch this film. So, you know for a fact that
Terrifier 2, I'll say, takes it a slightly different direction, because Art's motivation for killing these side characters is purely to get to Serena. So there's a motivation. It's not just senseless. Like it's not just we need a body count. So
yeah. So
sorry, Sienna. I said the name wrong.
Yeah, it's okay. But you know when this happens, it and when he goes to the house and he kills kills the mother Sienna, and then sees the sword there. Because that's when it happens, right? When he kills the mother, he sees the sword, or when the brother runs.
Right. Well, yeah, because that's when he's in the house when he's chasing the brother.
Yeah. After he finds his mother dead at the kitchen table, which is hilarious. That was just a fucking.
Jonathan is that character's name.
Yes. I thought it was an actor. We are still on the writing of it. Sorry, I opened a can of screenwriting worms. Yeah, you did. I mean, honestly, it's okay. It's okay. At least you're putting input. At least you're putting input to the podcast. I love it here, though, guys, when you guys are around, and being supportive of us. And if you guys aren't following the YouTube, please do follow the YouTube. You can catch us later on after you watch the video of the movie. I mean, the movie. Go watch the movie and then come back and leave comments like Coach does on the YouTube. If
anybody wants to talk script writing, send me a DM or whatever. I'd love to dive deep into that stuff.
Yeah, anyone out there who's new that is not here right now, like all of our new followers that I met at TwitchCon, which is great. I mean, they're going to be following me. They're not here right now because they're out partying and networking. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I want to. I really want to go to the blurp party after this podcast, but I can't leave the house. But I will guarantee you guys this. that this movie, if you're a horror film fan, like Nakatech says, you're gonna love it because it's not
the Citizen Kane of slasher films.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I'm excited to still see Saw 10 when I can. But this movie is the epitome of what today's like slasher films are. See this guy isn't a slasher. He's a slasher, but also he has that Chucky element to him where he doesn't die. Because we already know there's a Terrifier 3 coming out. So that means Alright, you're talking in the chat. Go ahead. Continue chatting in the chat.
No, ignore the chat. I'm
Yes.
interacting there. You keep talking,
Yes.
brother.
So this movie, you have ditzy friends. You have the dumb friends that make the dumb decisions in the normal horror films. You have the shy friend that is kind of like there but not important that gets killed. You have the parent of that person getting killed, but then you also have the parent of the mother of the main character, Sienna, getting killed as a rule in the film because she's pissed off at the son. And like the way she gets killed, I'm like, damn. And this is like him using a different weapon.
It's a great homage to Maniac too.
Yeah.
Maniac TOO, not Maniac 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never
seen the film Maniac, but there's an amazing decapitation via shotgun in that film.
No, I've never seen it. And I may have to watch it down the line. But no more horror films the rest of the year. That's a rule we're making for us. No more horror films for the rest of the year. The 2 months we have left in the year. But
that's fine. I can abide by that. We could use a little break.
we could probably use a little laughter in our lives. But these like this movie, I like the homages of the movies that they make too, like the slashers and the spiritual, like the spirituality, not the spirituality, but like the demonology.
Well, it's there, the mythological stuff. I mean,
the mythological stuff.
Plenty of death, resurrection, rebirths as something greater. It's even as with Art and Sienna, it's awesome. And right from the get-go, like they're both separate, and you just know these forces are going to collide. And is it fate? Is something else bigger pulling these two together? Are they pawns in a bigger game? It's amazing. Like these questions come up in a slasher film.
Yeah, and it's like I mean. The question that rises me: how did this little girl come about? How did the little girl come together? How did he create something like that? Like,
and we do see a news article in Jonathan's book that hints that she was a real person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what happened to her that she wound up with Art?
Yeah.
And another interesting question: could Art the Clown potentially be their father?
That is an interesting question.
The question's out there. It's possible.
Yeah.
Based on the information we were given.
Yeah, and everything leads to how did this like all happen? Like how did they get chosen to be like how did Sienna get picked to be this person of strength, and then like to succumb death, to overcome it like she did in the end. Sorry guys, I ruined it there. Spoiler alert.
That's fine. We won't give the details of how, but
yeah. And then let's get to the point of the question you posed to me at the end of the last episode. You're like, hey, Yes, coach. You're correct on all that shit right there. So you need to watch this movie. You need to watch the first two. You need to sit down and say, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go through this gory mess. It's not a mess. It's a messy, bloody mess, but a good bloody mess. And see this movie come to life the way it is. But you posed a question to me, like, hey, Tightspot, go watch it and tell me after the end credits of who's in the end credits. Should I give the answer right now? Should I give the answer?
Yeah, it's fine. It's just a fun cameo. It's not like a spoiler to like any major plot point or anything.
It's a fun cameo, which will probably lead to him being in the third one. Because they will have to finish off what they started in this end scene. I hope they do. Because they have to. I think they have to continue like they did in the second one, how they continued from the first one in the end. I think they need to continue the third one the way they did the second one from the first one. But for fellow wrestling fans like yourself, coaches, BA, and anyone else who's in the chat, I think Spartan Park, you are. I know Spartan fan, you are as well. And I know Zipping Spider, of course, is a fucking wrestling fan, like most of my chat. But the Ayatollah of rock and rolla, Mongoose McQueen himself, Y2J, Chris Jericho, is in this movie. Yes, that is the answer to your question. You were like, name the person if you can. I said I didn't look it up.
Chris Jericho has a cameo in the credits scene.
He's 2 blocks away from me? No, he's... Oh, wait. Oh, AEW? Really? Doing a chair? Oh, shit, you should have gone, coach. You should have fucking gone. Why didn't you?
Now, with that said, don't expect the crazy Chris Jericho character we know. He's playing a down-to-earth orderly in a mental institution.
Yes. Eating...
And actually, when I was listening to the commentary for this film, Leon mentioned that Jericho on his podcast one time mentioned that he was a huge fan of the first Terrifier film.
Yeah.
And I guess they somehow had a mutual contact, and they got together, and he said, "Hey man, I got a role for you in this film if you want to do it real quick. It's just a little cameo."
Yeah.
And that's how it happened.
Yeah, and did we see Fozzy together, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
that was a great show.
Yeah, we saw Fozzy together. I told you, Knack Attack, you and I both saw a band on their second record. And we're talking about this right now before we wrap up the movie and tell everybody what we thought of this movie. But Knack Attack and I actually got to see Shinedown on their second record, and I got to see him last week with Papa Roach and Spirit Box, which I unfortunately missed the entire set of Spirit Box, but I like your record, Spirit Box. You're really good. Yes. So Shinedown's still amazing. Their new stuff is pretty damn good. I like where they're going with their stuff. Papa Roach, always fucking fantastic live. And also big shout out. I know you guys haven't seen it. If you guys have seen my YouTube, Knack Attack, you follow the YouTube, correct?
I'm on YouTube. I haven't. Your channel's new. I gotta get you on my subscriber list.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But Everclear as well. I got to see Everclear and Pink Spiders and the Ataris. Another great show. We talked about that on Tightspot'S thoughts on there. So if you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. Let me. So Knack Attack, you chose this film, this series, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Before we get our final rating for the movie, I'm going to drop our movie that we're going to watch next time. I know you don't want to watch this. But I do. I want...
This is an Adam Sandler flick, is it?
No. It's more of a kid's movie than anything. But I want to take it back. And it because it's a video game reference movie. I'm not bullying him at all. I want to watch...
Sure you ain't making me watch Pixels?
No.
Okay.
No, not Barbie either. Barbie's not available yet to watch for free.
I actually want to see Barbie.
Well, we're gonna take it back to another childhood friends of ours, and we're gonna watch Detective Pikachu.
Okay.
Have you watched it?
I've seen it. Yeah, I like Detective Pikachu.
Okay. All right. So I'm not.
I mean, it's not the best, but for a live action Pokemon movie, it's adequate. So
Yeah. Okay. So all right. So everybody out there, it's on. I think it's still on Tubi. Let me check real quick before we make it finalized. I always do this, and I should have done this earlier, and I apologize. It was on. It was on it the other day.
we both dropped the ball on this. We didn't really think ahead of next week. So
No, because we were too delve into Terrifier 2. No.
that just the other things in life going on right now. It's just
Yeah. Let me see. Detective. Come on, is it still there?
oh, Spartan fan. Yeah, we've done one of the Eat Man movies before. We did Eat Man 4.
Which
I had
one?
to explain to John how Eat Man 4 was just a remake of Eat Man 2.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
I don't remember doing that. Okay, so my apologies, Detective.
That was a while ago.
Ip Man? Ip Man? No. Did we do Ip Man?
We did Ip Man 4.
I don't remember doing that. I don't remember doing Ip Man 4 at all. I'm sorry. No.
That's the one that has Bruce Lee in it.
No, he's talking about Pokemon. He's doing
Okay.
the Pokemon. No, we didn't do Ip Man 4. No, we never did. No, we never did Ip Man 4. No.
We did do Ip Man 4. Your memory sucks.
My memory does suck. We probably did it on the other podcast, not the.
I think it was. I think I remember doing it over the phone.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Those were horrible days. Now we're doing video, so you can see us, our ugly mugs, and talk. But no, he was doing the Pokemon sounder. That's what he was doing. Coach, we'll talk about wrestling later. But shit, Detective Pikachu's not on Tubi anymore. Is it on Hoopla? Is it on Hoopla? I think it is. That's where I probably saw it. Hold on, guys. We're trying to figure out a movie. It's my fault. I apologize, guys. Detective Pikachu. No, it's not.
Oh yeah, the wizard. That would be a fun one to talk about.
Is the wizard on there? You know what? Fuck it. Let's do the wizard. You know what? How about this? This is the movie I've been waiting to do. Let's see if it's still on Tubi. Hold on. It's featuring one of my favorite actors. Yes, it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, it has a game show reference to it. It is starring one of my favorite 90s actors from Three's Company. We're going to watch Stay Tuned.
I'm aware of that film. I've never seen it.
Here's the storyline of this movie. A married couple's life goes haywire when they're sucked into a hellish TV set and must survive the twisted version of shows they're placed into.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember seeing trailers and stuff for this.
From 1992. Not Shazam 2. We're not watching the guy from Chuck as Shazam. I'm sorry. We're watching Stay Tuned. It's on Tubi from 1992.
Oh god, the superhero genre is like dead at this point.
I'm going to tell you this though. I'm excited for the new Invincible season, which is going to come out.
Deadpool 3 might be the only thing I'm sort of interested in, but Invincible's good. Yeah, I dig that.
Harris, what's up, brother? My Lithuanian brother from fucking TwitchCon. What is going on? Thank you for stopping by. Hit that follow button, Harris. Hit that follow button. I don't see a follow yet from you, but I met him. He's from Lithuania. We're talking about Terrifier 2. We're about to wrap up the podcast. But I'll be back to...
Go back and give it a rewatch.
Yeah. I don't have a curfew. It's just my wife doesn't want me to go out because I was out all day actually networking. And
I do. I don't know if anyone can see the bags under my eyes. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm on the East Coast here, so
yeah, he wants to go to bed. I will stream here probably in a little bit, but Harris, hit that follow button, brother. Hit that follow button. So if you have Tubi, guys, we're gonna watch Stay Tuned.
Everybody has Tubi. It's free on the internet.
But if he's not, if he's from Lithuania, so I don't think he has that over there, unfortunately. But if you have a copy of Stay Tuned from 1992 to watch anywhere, please do. We're gonna be watching that. But so let's finish this up because it's been an hour-long episode almost. God damn, we've been longest episode, but we've been having fun because there's so much to talk about. So, my final rating for Terrifier 2, 5 out of 5. You know why? Great movie, great laughs in a horror film, a lot of blood. And Harris, thank you for that follow. Thank you for that follow, my friend. Thank you. We're now at 1410 almost. I think 1410. Bro, 2 minutes ad. That's. I'm sorry. I am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the ad people. Oh my God! And Harris.
With John's rating, Terrifier 2 is a 5 out of 5.
And Harris subscribes at tier 1. Oh my God. That is so great. We got another sub, and we got a YouTube, guys. You can watch the YouTube of this as well later on. Yeah, you got a sub. You got a sub. Prime up.
I know. In the future, like we did this for 1 or 2 episodes, but I promise we're gonna try and like add more screenshots and stuff from these films so you can visually see what we're talking about, just to make it more visually interesting. It just life gets so busy sometimes, you know. Just I mean, for me, this is definitely a hobby, and I know John's a little more hardcore into this than me, but you know we'll try and make these episodes better as we go on.
Yes, for everyone who's just tuning in, I do want to say I do have a stream deck coming now. We'll have more shit. Like, I'm going to try to take stuff out and make better. Like, I need a splitter for my USB port. So anyway, if anybody wants to help me buy that for the stream for my laptop here, so we can have more USB ports, and so we can use the stream deck, and we can use the second mic, and maybe even get a second webcam, so I can do stream, like, different angles and random shit. But we will I will have a drink tomorrow with you, Harris, at the con. All right. Thank you for the sub, bro. That means so much. That means so much, doesn't Knack Attack? Doesn't that, Harris?
Yeah, it's awesome,
dude.
I hope we can entertain you going forward.
Yeah. And I thank you so much for coming and hanging out. And I'm sorry that our body armor video picture did not work because their phone died when we were going to take a picture, and we were doing like that spinner, you know, that the camera goes around you, and yeah, so that was a pretty fun experience. But guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Wow, fuck, we have 8 people watching. We got 8 people watching. Oh my God, to wrap this up, this sucks.
Don't sound desperate.
I'm not. We're gonna go raid a girl that's actually I didn't follow her yet, but I'm following her right now live.
That
and
sounds dirty.
Well, she's actually live eating after TwitchCon, so we're gonna go and raid her right now. Her name is Barry Oi, and she is amazing. She's eating live right now as she's getting yeah. So we're gonna go. I can't continue chatting. Knack Attack needs to go to bed. I need to get off here. No, I'm not stalking her. You fucker.
Oh, dude, I got my kid's birthday party tomorrow. I gotta be cooking hamburgers and hot dogs for that and stuff. So.
Yeah, the twins' birthday party, right?
Yep.
Yes, I will talk to you in Discord. If anybody who's not in my Discord yet, please do. Knack Attack's in the Discord too. He can talk there as well if he wants later on. But Knack Attack and I are gonna head off. We're gonna raid Bettery Oi. She's amazing. I'm gonna meet her hopefully tomorrow. And Evan, if you're listening to this, Evan J. Stern, I would love to meet you tomorrow as well at TwitchCon. So guys, love y'all. Knack Attack, before we go, anything you want to say to the viewers out there real quick?
No, you just Halloween's not over. Go watch Terrifier 2. You'll love it.
Yes. And guys, there's so much more to talk about later on, but we're gonna be watching Stay Tuned next, so watch that, guys. Love y'all.
Stay tuned.
Yes. Yes. And what? You know what? We'll have the trailer. Harris, much love to you, and thank you so much for that sub. My alerts aren't on when we do the podcast. I apologize. I will give you a better alert later on when we go live. Again, maybe because I can't leave the house. But I love you guys. Have a good night. Much love. Peace out. Let's go over to Barry right now.